Hey everybody, it's Tilt, and here we are with the gameplay commentary video of my latest update, which is Transformers Legendary Edition. Now, I was listening to some of my previous commentary, and I think I was too far away from the microphone, so I've got to get a little bit close to the microphone like this. That's how you do a proper voiceover. Okay, I'm such an amateur, don't know what the hell I'm doing. Right, so what I'm going to do is I'm going to play a game of this. I'll switch the camera. You'll be glad to know. So I'm going to call this commentary camera. The game starts with 2 credits. Obviously, there's no money going into a real machine here. It's just, just to sort of create the illusion that you're putting money in the machine. Okay, so let's.
One shall stand, one shall fall.
One shall stand, one shall fall. So it's player's choice whether they want to be a Decepticon or an Autobot. So I'm going to be an Autobot on this occasion, so make my selection.
It is good to have you by my side once more.
Ah, thanks, Optimus. So every time you hear Optimus in this game, it is actually the real Optimus, Peter Cullen. I haven't put my own voice into the game yet. I haven't found a place where I need to put my voice. I don't need people to know that there's an extra ball lit. I don't need people to know that there's a jackpot. All that stuff is very well explained in the game itself, and if you can do that in the game with lighting, you don't need a call out for it. Okay, so I've actually lit the Allspark. So let's see if I can get the Allspark. The Allspark is the game's mystery. And what happens when you get the Allspark?
It seems I am a bit rustier than I thought.
Indeed. So Allspark will create a sort of a hologram which will appear on the playfield. It's unlit as well now because it resets for each ball.
No bad idea.
So to get a mode started, you just got to take out the white arrows. You've got to shoot any four of the white arrows that are flashing. So it couldn't be simpler. And that's the cannon autosaver. Little toy that I added to the apron.
Let's get weak.
Alright, hang on a minute. So that guy's saying, hey! That was Mirage from the latest film. And there's RC is in this as well, because there's very few female characters in the Transformers. It's a bit sexist, I have to say. It's mostly guys. So I've added RC to this game. For the ladies. Alright, shockwave mode there was, you got to hit the flashing Decepticon shot, which would have sent a shockwave across the table to the opposing side, which would have lit that shot, and then it kind of does that. It sends shockwaves. So this is fast storing. As you can see there, all switches score the same value. It goes on for a limited amount of time. And I've just lit the ball lock there.
Only the strong are worthy of such a weapon.
So when you're playing the Autobots, you start the Megatron multi-ball.
As dangerous as he is treacherous.
And vice versa. Now this is Starscream. Gotta hit those blue targets.
You will risk the entire team.
Take pot shots at Starscream. You can also hit the left ramp and he'll take pot shots at you. If I can do that. So he's taking pot shots at me now. So don't, bear in mind that I am Autobots. I gotta take out the Decepticon.
Bad idea.
Bad idea. The lock wasn't ready. Oh, now the ramp is transformed. Let's see if I can finish off Starscream. And I've lit a bonus X at the center shot as well. You've got to hit that with some force because it's quite a steep ramp. Ah! You fanny about, you lose the ball. So the main inserts there, you can see one is flashing, which means Shockwave was started, but it wasn't finished. That's why it's still blinking. Starscream was started and finished. That's why it's just steady on. So it's very clear. I got this super skill shot there. The super skill shot is just drop the ball into the lane without touching the flippers. I gotta hit that with some force. Now that is dual multi-ball. If I hit that enough times, it will start dual multi-ball, which is Optimus Prime versus Megatron. The main character multi-balls are done at the cannon.
No bad idea.
But only when it is lit. There we go, got him. I gotta hit him a few times to start dual multi-ball. That was no good. Gotta hit it harder. Come on. There we go.
System's damaged.
So when you hit him enough times, Starscream will say that he's ready to be hit. He says Optimus is there waiting for you, so you know that the next hit will start dual multi-ball. Let's see if I can do that.
Optimus right there, waiting for you.
See? So I can hit that and go for dual multi-ball, or I can just complete the modes. So there you can see Megatron is just raised up, which means the ball lock is ready. So I'll lock a ball in there.
No.
Ah! There's lots to this game, way beyond the Stern original game.
Who are you,
I've had a lot of fun with this code.
after all these years, still at the top of your game?
Wow, high score. Now I have set the high score quite low, and I have reset the high score for this game. That's why I'm getting a high score. But normally it's quite difficult to get a high score in a pinball game. Let's start another game. This time I will choose the Decepticons.
Again, how tiresome.
Okay, so that was Starscream, who's Megatron's number 2. He'd like to be number 1, but Lord Megatron is number 1. We all know that. Now, when the ball is launched into play, you can set it to maximum power, which means if you hold the plunger back to its full setting, it launches at maximum power.
No.
Bumblebee mode. I'll get back to the plunger in a second or two. Let me just take out Bumblebee. So I'm playing the Decepticons now, so the Decepticons have to fight the Autobots. And this is Bumblebee.
I'm Optimus.
If I hit the Allspark, I get more time for this mode. See the timer on the right there is counting down. More time will be given if I get the ball into the Allspark, which I'm not doing at the moment. Pressure! Try it again. Nope. Nope, I didn't know what I did there. I was distracted. Right, so what's the plunge? So if I hold it down, what maximum power does, it sends the ball all the way around the orbit and ignores the skill shot. So if you just want to get the ball back to flip it as quickly as possible, just use maximum power ball launch. Otherwise you've got 2 skill shot options, the super skill shot and the normal skill shot. So the best thing about writing code for a pinball game, you can add as much as you want to the game. You can give the player tons and tons of options. They might not go for every option, but if they've got a mountain of options, at least they've got an interesting game and lots of choice. It's like buying a new car. There's lots of things that they put in new cars now, and you only use a few of the things that they put in the car, like cruise control and things like that. And electric seats. How many times do you adjust a seat in a car? I've touched it once on my car. I've adjusted the seat one time and touched it again. So that's what I've done with these pinball games. Is I give the player lots and lots of options, and including this great option, which is maximum overdrive. So I've sacrificed a ball just so I can have 60 seconds of crazy gameplay where I'm not going to lose the ball. The ball will be returned. And now I can spend 60 seconds just beating this bloody Bumblebee mode. See, let the ball drain, comes back every single time for 60 seconds. Although it's not 60 seconds now. Don't waste it. Don't waste it. So there you go. So I had 60 seconds to complete that mode and I didn't do it, so it was kind of a waste because I lost the ball there. Should be able to do it with some precision aiming. Let's try it again.
Bumblebee, you performed admirably.
So he beat the Decepticons. So you can see his insert there is flashing on the low play field, which means he started, but I didn't complete him, so it saves progress. So when I go back, I'm going to have to hit Bumblebee one time, I think. And you can't start the maximum overdrive again if you don't have enough balls to sacrifice.
That's old school, yo.
What's this? Oh, we're in. This is actually an interesting mode that I can't do that. From Mud Flaps and Skids, you hit the targets on the right to light one of the main shots. So you can only hit them when you first hit their target to light the main shot. So it's quite an interesting mode. Every mode that I've created in this game is unique. Nothing like this Stern original. You know, there's a lot of creativity when you're creating code. You've got to try and make the modes as unique as possible so they're fun to play. Remember that. Fun. F-U-N. The most important thing when you're designing a pinball game, it has to be fun. I always say that when you start a pinball project, have a whiteboard and at the top write fun. And everything that follows has to be fun. I mean everything. It's the high score, the drains, the nudges, the tilt warnings, everything has to be fun. You do that and you'll have an epic game of pinball that everybody will love playing. Okay, there's so much more to this game that I haven't been able to show you, including those massive multi-balls. I might do a separate video for the multi-balls because they are pretty spectacular. So this is a project which is almost complete now. The latest update is almost complete. That doesn't mean the game's finished. None of my games are ever finished. It means that it's done for now, and then I'll come back to it in about a year, year and a half, and do a bit more, and then do a bit more, and then do a bit more. But this game is absolutely jam-packed with all new stuff now from 40 years of the Transformers, and it's absolutely incredible, and I've loved every minute of working on this. But I've got other projects lined up, so I've got to move on. Okay, thanks for watching once again, and as always, toodaloo.
As time began to burn.